Hey, I'm here with the lovely Amy. I have dragged her into this hangout. We were having this private conversation. I go, I want to record it.
Oh, yes, that's right, you lovely Karen.
Sorry, Amy.
That's fine.
What it was is, I was just telling you, wasn't I, about this Everest thing. Like, if you have to drive 5 miles, it's quite a big piece of land. I'm not saying it is to the size of America, but if you had to drive it, and I just don't quite get this, that this thing is 5.5 miles tall, and yet you can see it as if it's a hill. Well, it is taller than a hill, and it probably is a little bit, you know, they're filming the top of it rather than what it's sitting in. But if you stood at the bottom of it and looked up, you wouldn't be able to see the top of it, because remember, we can only see for 3 miles. It would just go into nothing. It'd be like the Tower of Babel.
Yes. Yeah, so if you were getting ready to climb it, how people do, that would really be something, because you wouldn't even be able to begin to see the top of it.
I mean, just imagine a walk for 5.5 miles without having to go across ice and everything else, and all, like, we're on a little ledge, or I've got to hook things in to get up that bit, and it's like, and if I don't get this right, I could fall off and die. Oh my God.
That's right. I can't believe that people can climb it. I sure wouldn't want to do it myself.
Do you get this perspective about this height thing, though, Amy?
Yeah, yes, I know what you're saying, because if it's 5 miles and we can't even begin to see for 5 miles, and then that's how tall they're saying that it is, that it would be 5 miles. So if
and yet, in a sense, when they showed you, like, where is it? I've got it on here. Let me just find it. There's another with the ridge on it. This one here. When you see the bit with the ridge on it, you can see it all as if it's in front of you.
Right.
Like, if 5.5 miles, it must start down here a little bit more, but from here to up here is driving, like I showed you in the other video. Yeah, it's driving like 5.5 miles. Come on.
Yes.
What? So
yeah, it's incredible.
I'm looking, even though this looks from there to there is about a mile. I'm looking at a mile up.
Right.
That's a bit bizarre, don't you think?
Yes, I do. I think it's very bizarre. And like I said, I just couldn't even imagine trying to climb it. And then, you know, the top is so, I mean, you'd have to start at the bottom, and then you wouldn't even begin to, to see the top of it. It was just...
Is that what it feels like when you're at the bottom going up? You think, I can't see the top of it yet.
I know. That's what I guess if this is how tall it is, if it's 5 miles, these people must really get a rush.
And Amy, not that I'm not saying this picture I'm looking at hasn't got ice on it, but the top of the mountain doesn't have ice on it.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if it's better to climb it with ice or without.
I don't know. I would think without, in a way, because the ice would be slippery.
I don't know, but they can get things on their feet, and they can, it sort of grips into the. Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, you're right. It might be better with the ice.
And I do realise that when you're looking with a camera, that can, you have to zoom in a bit to get normal sort of view, and then you can zoom right across, and you could be quite a long way for it and go in and have a good camera and take a picture. But they're still filming miles up in one picture. I just think that's, and it looks like it's just there, really, doesn't it?
Yes. So how do you think they're even doing that, being able to film it that way?
I don't know, and even that perspective of being able to see 5 miles. Like, if you can see a whole 5 miles in your view sight, you're obviously seeing further than they say you can.
That's true. That's right. So do you think we do see further than they say that we do? Or
I think we do in a way. If you're on top of a hill, you can see and you're looking at that. I'm sure I can see miles.
Yes. that's true.
But I'm not on.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
compare
sort
it to
of.
top
I'm higher
of the
up, aren't I?
hill.
I'm talking about being on Coombe, which I learn now is the tallest point in England. So after Snowdonia and Ben Nevis comes, you know, there's obviously a few more mountains and hills, but then comes Coombe Hills. So I'm quite high, but I can see through the valley, and I can see, you know, I can see from Newbury to Hungerford for sure, and that's 10 miles.
Well, right. So yeah, that's a good point. If you're
Something's
up,
not
then
right, is it? I don't know. It
further.
just made me question it.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I don't know if I've got words for it proper, but it just, we live in a crazy place.
I know what you mean. It is a crazy place. Do you think it's not really 5 miles? Did they only say it's 5 miles to make it more impressive or something? You know, we just don't know.
Well, they're saying that this is nearly 30,000 feet high. Planes fly at 37. They're saying that's 7 miles up.
Well,
I don't know, but in the pictures, why isn't the sky getting darker as it's 5 miles up? I don't know, Amy. Amy, I'm going to go to one more. We're next moving on to the Holy Roman Empire, and I'm a bit like, it actually says here, was named emperor, so that's the person when Charlemagne, however you say that, Charlemagne, was named emperor in December 2010. Things began to look up for the Roman people. And it's all in Russia. What do you think about that, Amy?
well, I mean, it sounds like Russia's the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah, it says basically, I don't know, it says the nations on the grey sphere. Anyway, under the Holy Roman Emperor,
yes.
who is considered to be the true emperor of the Romans, and this happened after the decline of Soviet Union in 2010, and it's turned into this. And it says,
Wow.
I just can't believe it. I'll
Yeah,
tell you what,
me
Amy, there's
either.
one thing I want to do. Hang on a minute. So I thought I'd go and look up the Charlemagne part of it then, as now that's the person who's the Holy Roman Emperor. And actually, it doesn't really... It talks about Charles I. It talks about hundreds of years ago. The date of this is to do with when they've uploaded it or changed things. But that's what you're finding, isn't it, Amy? It's not talking about today, is it? Like that article is.
Right. And it just said that he united all of Europe, like he united the East and the West of Europe. That's what I found. So he's called, I think he's called the Father of Europe. And,
yeah, 1 second. Let's go back to the thing. Hang on, let's go back to see what it reads again.
Oh, it says that the reason why Charlemagne became the Holy Roman Emperor was because it says, in his role as a zealous defender of Christianity, Charlemagne gave money and land to the Christian church, and he protected the popes as a way to acknowledge Charlemagne's power and reinforce his relationship with the church.
So that must be talking about how it started then, but actually it's Russia now.
So right, this is how it started. So Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne the Emperor of the Romans when December the 25th, the year 800.
And do you know who he is? He's Charles I.
Yes.
And he would have been Charles V.
First.
And Charles V.
Yeah. He was king of the... It says he was...
We did this, didn't I, on videos just the other day?
Yes. First he was the king of the Franks, it says, from 768, and then king of the Lombards from 774, and then emperor of the Romans from 800. During the early Middle Ages, he united the majority of Western and Central Europe. And he's actually born in France, I think. France. Well, it says France.
It doesn't say then who's. So the emperor is Charlemagne, who is considered to be the first emperor. The empire, so then it goes, that was the beginning of it, full stop. So the empire was formed out of the decline of the Soviet Union in 2010. Really?
Yes.
It's been going for hundreds of years.
Right.
However, its first year of life saw some very tough and dark times. Various political, economic and social struggles played the early days of the empire. The early days of the empire. It's still early then, isn't it, for them, if it only started in 2010? But anyway, all they've done is just change some documents, haven't they, to make it look like it's something else, and it's the same thing.
Yes.
Also, military conflicts such as the Crusades, breakout of the Soviet Union War, have healed the empire's development back. What are they talking about? The Crusades?
Yeah, I don't know why they're talking about the Crusade. It says, yeah, I'm just looking at it now. It says Holy Roman Empire, and then it says it was Charlemagne, but then it says the empire was formed out of, like you said, out of the decline of the Soviet Union in early 2010. However, its first year of life saw very rough and dark times, political, economic, and social struggles, and then also military conflicts such as the Crusades and breakout of the Soviet-Roman War have something healed the empire's development back. I'm not sure what that means, but when Charlemagne was named emperor in December of 2010, things began to look up for the Roman people. So what are they talking about? They're saying because
well, this came out of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Soviet-Roman War. What was the Soviet-Roman War? And then the empires, it developed it back. The Crusades broke out. What Crusades are they talking about? Aha, I went to see Biden today. Crusade! What are they talking about?
I'm not sure.
Don't forget, this is going to be on the computer. So this becomes like history. Someone's talking about it. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's like, I'm not sure if, yeah, it's really, is this some kind of like, like a...
No, I went to one of the pictures with the double eagle, double eagle and the crown on the top, and it just brought me to here.
Yes.
Hang on, hang on a second, hang on. Here it is, Holy Roman Emprise, Cyber Nations Wiki. That's what it says. That's what you put in. You put that in. That's where I went to.
Yeah, Cyber Nations Wiki.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
And then above Putin's head is the double eagle with the crown on the top, right next to him.
Yes.
Well, either way, it's behind him and next to him. Blue,
yes.
Blue with this great big eagle. And do you know what? When I said it wasn't real, when they're panning the camera round here, I think it's here. Is it here? Oops. This bit. See if it works, because it might make this. Don't say anything for a second. It might make the
Okay.
It might make the speaker jump. I'm just going to play it. You know, like the thing jump. I'll just play it.
Yeah.
Is that the first time I see it? It might be I have to go to the second time I see it. It's up here then. Just get in there. Sorry guys. Yeah, it's up here somewhere. Come on, where are you? With the Unreal cartoon people. Did you see that, Amy? Cartoons.
I saw that. Yes, dear. Yes.
Oh my God, they were so busy. Like, they're just constantly moving. There wasn't like one, like, it's like it's too much to take in here. Look at this. When they're panning the camera across, I'm pretty sure what's in the background is a set. That doesn't move at all, but everything else moves. It's like they're a conveyor belt moving along.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's just absolutely crazy. That double dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll stop it there. Putin and his dog. What do you think that means, Amy? Why couldn't they just tell us the truth?
I don't know.
You know,
I don't. Yeah.
Claudio has it down that communism isn't communism, it's common law. But the Holy Roman Empire is something different. And it's still going today. It's been turned into this. And Russia, like, the Queen has that emblem as well. It could be the Queen.
Yes.
He's under the Queen's instruction.
Yes, he's under the Queen, of course.
And don't forget, Philip was a Russian. Harry's supposed to be the Tsar.
Right.
Oh my God! What is this? Why can't they just tell us the truth?
I know.
What's your
That's
thoughts
right.
on that, Amy? Because it just makes you think, what the?
It's like a Matrix. I was watching a movie last night that somebody had shared on Facebook, and it was called, I think it was called Virtual Reality Nightmare, something like that. And it was all about that they were just creating the reality for everybody. They were putting out like radio signals that was going to people's brains and making the reality. And then they told them that there had been a war and there had been all this stuff, and none of it was true. And it's a really cool movie. And I feel like that's kind of what we're
Yeah, that's what I
under.
said the other day. What is it? We go poof, and then the Matrix all falls down, and we see it for what it is.
Yeah.
Are these
And
are
the
these
movie-
little green people looking after us or something?
I
Or
know.
you know, like
Well, see, yeah, then in the movie they said that nobody was in charge because all of a sudden the guy could start seeing like that things weren't real. So if it was, say it was a table, he would see the word table, like they were just generating everything. So then he was supposed to try to stop all of this, and then they sent him to the place where you could stop the people from doing this. But they weren't real either. So at the end of it was kind of like the Matrix, and at the end he was able to get out and get into the real world. And but they said they have to keep the people happy, and like the thought of wars.
yeah, similar. I don't know. It's just you know, like even like just looking things up. I can't even substantiate any of it's real. But suddenly, when I was looking it up, trying to find out all this stuff about Dogger Bank. We got what? England had tsunamis and earthquakes? Like,
I know.
when did they ever put that in our history before? When have you ever heard that? It's not, you know, like if you heard, a couple of 100 years ago they were getting them. It's all in our history now, and the trees out there, and Dogger Bank, and Atlantis, and
yes, it's
I don't know what to make of it.
crazy.
It's all crazy.
Yeah, you just wonder it's if they're just telling us things, or
Do you know what it's like? I know that you won't know this program. When I was a kid, I watched this program where this boy used to go to sleep at night, and these stones were getting closer and closer to the house. Afterwards, I found out they based it off of Avebury because they've got stones. But they used these stones, and one day he drew some peppermints or something. Took them with him, and then when he woke up, he had them, but he only drew them, but he had them in his hand.
Wow.
So you know. And then there was the Tomorrow people. They could go into those other realities. They could just step through and be in a reality.
Wow.
Another one. But it's all like we're living in something like that. Like
yes.
the effort to make this. Oh my God! To lie to us. Like, why not tell us that he's the Holy Roman Emperor? He's I don't understand what the Charlemagne bit is. But it's all like we're living in something like that. Like.
Yes.
The effort to make this. Oh my God! To lie to us. Like, why not tell us that he's the Holy Roman Emperor? He's I don't understand what the Charlemagne bit is because we can't really find anything about it. Only what it comes from. But they're promoting the Holy Roman Empire by just promoting the double eagle with the crown on the top.
Yes.
I bet you it's the Queen because it's a crown.
Right, it probably is the Queen. She owns nearly everything anyway, so it could very well be the Queen. But I was watching a video the other night, and it said that this lady was married to a high intelligence guy from the Marines, and he would get drunk, and he would tell her all this stuff. and that America, we always supported the Soviet Union. We weren't really enemies of the Soviet Union. So, like, everything that we thought was one way, it really wasn't. Like, this lady
But
did
we
a
already
really
know that, don't we?
intensive-
Because they're promoting, and they keep, and even today they still go on about it, the Cold War. And then what we find is that in the Cold War, when they're telling you about how they hate the Russians, the Americans had all these projects going with the Russians.
Yes, exactly.
Military operations.
Yes. And the lady said that the military really, she is in control of everything. It was an old
So when they say they're at war with someone or they don't like someone, they're working with them.
Yes, that's how it seems to me. I never knew it was like that, but that's how it seems, that they're working with them. I never heard such nonsense in my life, you know. And when I heard that we were supporting, Americans were actually supporting the Viet Cong in the Vietnam War, and our soldiers were going there to fight, and yet the American government was against our
Sounds to me
soldiers.
like they stick some soldiers in, and actually, for another set of people, the soldiers that come in are their targets.
Yes, it just makes you cry. I literally cried because that was such a terrible war. And, you know, I always grew up thinking, you know, well, we were trying to stop communism and everything. And, you know, I was...
Well, it's hard to know what to
believe.
believe, isn't it? But I told you, if you had to
Yes.
sit me in front of Boris Biden, Trump or Putin, I'd rather listen to Putin talk. Even
Yes.
though none of it's real, but,
Me too.
you know, if you
Right.
listen to some of this speech, it sounds a lot more normal than if you tried to watch Putin or Trump and all their stupidness.
Yes,
Or even
Boris and Trump and them, yes.
But it's still not real. I mean, the video has stopped. Look at the flags next to him and just look at all the people. Look at the perspectives. I mean, his head. You know, none of these people are there. None of this is real. But look what they're promoting, the double eagle. Anyway, Amy, let's stop a minute. Well, talking with Amy, I found this bit as well. It says the imperial crown, crown of the Holy Roman Emperor, Britannia. Imperial crown, also known as the crown of Charlemagne. Crown created in the 10th century for Holy Roman Emperor. So basically, it's a crown now.
Well...
That's what the Charlemagne is.
Okay. Well...
Because that's because that means Putin must be the Holy Roman Emperor then.
Yes.
Do you know what he look? If you put like a toga on him and the laurel thing around his head, he would look like a Roman emperor, wouldn't he?
He does. He would. You're right.
Oh my God! Anyway, I just wanna run in the road and go because this is just ridiculous. Come on.
It is ridiculous. Yes, I know.
Me and Amy are going. Well, I'm going through some of the videos. This one's still waiting to go out on Sun and Moon. It's probably would have gone out by the time that we play this, but I loved all Gillian's photography and the work she did. I mean, her eyesight's not brilliant. She had to overcome many things in herself to be able to do this. I think she's amazing that she gets these camera shots, to be honest.
I know, me too. I couldn't get them, and I don't have.
You've got to be pretty good to work in a P900. They're so difficult and complicated, Amy.
Yes, oh my gosh, I know. I give all the credit in the world to Jillian for being able
And then,
to be
like,
so
she's got some
talented.
amazing pictures up here. Let's go on to the pictures. And there's the amazing moon. This video will go out on Sun and Moon, so you can watch. I'm just going up here to the pictures. Come on, pictures. Oh, here we go. We'll do it from here because these are quite arty, you know, because it looks like the moon is the centre of everything. Obviously, you have to wait for the video to come out, but it's just that the way that the light goes out and it just this sort of pattern it creates, like a kaleidoscope thing in the sky, sort of. And then a next picture, you can see that the moon is in the clouds. What's that behind it? Like some vortex. Ooh. But anyway, this is
Yes.
Gillian's, and some of these pictures, I just got to say, they're just the colouring on them. Let's move on because it's. Come on, where are you? Up here. Oh, these ones is up here. Right up here. These look. And honestly, if you wanted to make space and all that, look at that. It's just how she's captured, and the light coming off the moon and the colours it's given. It's just amazing. I know you haven't seen it, Amy, but it's playing
Well,
on
I
here.
saw some of her pictures on Facebook. So
Oh,
I
good,
know
yeah,
they were
great, yeah, like they're amazing.
beautiful and amazing. I saw the clips, but I couldn't capture it like the way Jillian did. Not at all.
Did it get dark then?
Yes. It was. I seen the moon. Saw the moon. It was there. It looked like it had these beautiful clouds around it or something. And then all of a sudden, the moon just went. That's how I saw it with my naked eye. All of a sudden, the moon was just gone. It was there, then it was gone, and then all of a sudden, those clouds disappeared too. It was very unusual, but I couldn't get it the way Jillian did, with all the beautiful colors and everything.
Yeah, I
like
noticed that obviously because one of them, you know, like it's going into this blood moon thing, but some of them are very sort of brown-like, and some of them are very orange, and then the colour she's got with the greens and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them are very white-looking, and then some of them obviously are very blood moon.
Yes, I had seen that.
And she's also captured the fact that the moon is there, it's just not lit up.
Right. Yeah, like for me it just went. I couldn't see it anymore. That's how, when you're just looking at it through your, with your naked eye.
And this bit, Amy, on the video, because I know that you can't see it, but Malk's striking sun, like that was a bit like weird. Malk's often capturing things up there. Just is.
Yes.
It's just anomalies. He sees these anomalies, but then he's always, once you're aware of it, you're going to see it more.
That's right.
He's a man that looks to the sky.
Yes.
But crazy or what? I don't know what that is, but I filmed his striking sun.
Well.
Anyway, we're moving on. Stepping up on more strikes, whatever that is, going on there. And these Hullet ore uploaders, so basically they were for sale, they're saying, in 1912. But this person, Hullet, he made them in the 80s and got them painted in 1898. But they were obviously working before that, so in the 1800s, these things were there.
Right.
Don't you think they're crazy, Amy? Do you know anything about them?
No, I never saw anything like it before. Yes, I had never seen anything like that. Like you said, I think in the video, it was like the War of the Worlds or something. Those things.
Well, they did have people sitting in them, working on them. These things go backwards and forwards, and they're grabbers.
Yes.
I mean, here it's got Hullet patented his new machine, the Hullet iron ore uploader, in 1898. So they were working before that, so you've got to say 1890. So in the latter part of the 1800s, these things were here. So he must have made a couple of them.
Yeah, yes.
Like, look at. I'm just going to go for a picture to show you. Right, there's a picture of one of them, or loads of them. Is that? Oh, it's not very bright. Just stop the video.
Well. Yeah, I don't know how they even made them.
It's not very clear. It's not very clear. Let's have a put it on and see what happens. The video's not very clear, Amy. There they are. That's a better picture of them. Just look at them. Patented in the 1800s. These were made. Like, how did they make these things? They're great big, like, crane things, on rollers, and they've got big chains in them and so forth. They're big things.
Yes, I know. I was really surprised when I saw that in your video, because to have something like that back in the late 1800s to early 1900s, you know, I was really surprised to see that and wonder how they made them.
Yes. Anyway, we've done that one. Right, so we're back doing the last video. We've done a little pic of the video, sort of going out on sun and moon. The stands. There's loads of them. There's Afghanistan, there's Pakistan, there's Tajikistan, there's Turkmenistan, there's Uzbekistan, and that one there, well, Kyrgy, there's Stan. There's Kazakhstan there. These are all to do with Tartaria, and also so is Siberia as well. That's the home of Tartaria.
Yes.
Again, we're sort of, I bet you these are half Russian run.
Right, I think so too.
It's hard to work it out, isn't it? Because it's like everything always leads to everyone else. You've got like, well, Germany, you've got Russia, you've got Italy, all these places. So those people will think the Holy Roman Empire is Italy. Then there's the bit about Hitler. Then you've got the bit about the Tsar and all that. But all roads actually lead back to the Queen.
That's true. They all lead back to the Queen.
She's the one with the Commonwealth.
Exactly.
I wonder what's going on, because surely, even though that video of Putin was made for us, it had the double eagles in it.
Yes, it's very mind-boggling, because, like you said, that's the symbol for Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah.
So,
why would they be promoting that? Being Russians, where's the Russian flag?
Exactly. So it's like we don't know what's going on with the way that the world is set up right now. Like, nothing is as we think. And I always found it was confusing after the Soviet Union broke up, because, you know, they were, for so long, they were under one thing. But, you know, they have a lot of cultures in Russia. You got
Why not just tell us the truth?
Yeah, they can never tell us the truth.
But, you know, in that strange thing, you've got, you know, you've got Putin in there as well as all this.
Yes. Yes, that's right. It's just, I think they're making a show for the people.
Oh, hang on a second. I just saw something. Now, remember, I'm going to go stop that just for a second. Remember we said that the Russian bit with Crusades?
Yes.
What did that say there? Let's have a look. Did I miss it? Where did I see it? Oh, I'll never find it again. I'll see it when, is it here? I just saw Crusades. Let's just go back to here and go through it, because I just saw it. Right, let's play it again. I've lost it now. That's the problem with going back and going over the video. That's playing. Just saw the word Crusades. And that's what it said. Right, what's in there? No, I don't see Crusades. Maybe I just, no. Is it this next one? Let's look at this one. There it is. If Tartaria is indeed a point of fact, then Newton was commemorating the history by biblical tradition as the only history post-Crusades.
Wow.
So everything is now, that's Crusades again. Newton's not, oh, I don't know. Everything's weird, Amy.
It is, Karen. It's just everything is weird.
Crusades now. Everybody's on Crusades.
Yes.
Anyway, we've just got 20 more pieces to the puzzle, but the puzzle's not finished yet.
It's not. No.
I just don't know what it quite means. If, you know, what, is the Queen going to come out under the double eagle now?
I know.
Well, maybe it was the end of her rule. Maybe it's Russia now who's in charge.
That could be. It seems like things always went.
Because people say that America's lost America's lost its sort of superpower anymore.
Exactly. We're not a superpower anymore. And you know, it seemed like it was always one between Russia and England in the history that we've uncovered. and maybe now it's back to Russia, like you said. They're so intertwined.
Is that why Harry had to get out of here? They're going to take me. I'm going to be the Russian Tsar.
That's right.
I've got to leave and go to America.
Yeah, because remember we were reading that I think in another video.
So obviously when Meghan says what she says, she means the opposite. The opposite has happened of what she says.
Yes.
They were trying to welcome Harry to be the Tsar.
I've
got to get out of here with my connections. I can't do it.
Right.
And then Harry has to come out with, well, I've had to have counselling for drinking. I've had to go counselling for this. And you're like, oh, God, they wanted him as the Tsar.
I guess he didn't want to be the Tsar.
No, he ruined his opportunity there. I'm sure if he moved to Russia with Meghan, they would have accepted it.
Exactly. Yeah, they would have. They would have welcomed them.
Amy, the video's finishing now. Shall we finish?
Okay. Yes.
Anyway, thanks a lot for your help, my darling.
Oh, you're welcome, Karen. You're welcome.